You're watching Board Games with Dad, and in just a moment, Kevin, Alex, and Jesse will cover their top 10 games of 2015. All right, here we are with our top 10 games, but before we get started, I want to talk about two games that are making many people's top 10 list. Seven Wonders Duel, Pandemic Legacy. We are excited to play these, but if you can't see, they are still in the shrink wrap, so they did not make our top 10 because we haven't played them yet. So we're going to be talking about the top 10 games we played. I want to pull over two stacks first to tell you we played a lot of Bonanza. Did not make the list, unfortunately. Heroes Wanted. This is a great game. Love it. Love it, love it. Kingdoms, Carson City, and Through the Desert. These are some that just barely missed the list, barely missed my list. Alex is like, because he's thinking about it. But I've only played each of these
once or twice.
So it's hard to determine whether they would make the list or not. Last thing before we get into our top 10 are these guys. This is probably my third most played game of the year. I love this game, but it came in number 11.
Oh,
so it gets some screen time because I'm dad, but I'm not really going to talk about it, but it is a great game for your family. And everybody had this on their top 10 list at some point and crossed it off for another game. So I am sad that Stronghold Games survived, did not make the list. I think it's pretty high on most of ours. Would have made top 15 for sure for me. For you? Maybe.
I don't think it would have made my top 15, but it would definitely make my top 20.
Definitely make your top 20. And probably if we do a most anticipated game, Kevin got the space-themed Survive Space Attack. That'll probably definitely be on that list. So here we are. We're going to start off. Who's going to start? Rock, paper, scissors?
I'll start. Rock, paper, scissors.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Everybody else
Everybody, you're out. So it's me and you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Aha.
I get a volcano. You blow up.
All right. So Alex is starting with game number 10.
No, that's... Oh,
that is.
10.
That's your game number 10. What do you got to say about this?
It was really fun, and you were trying to get around cities, trying to do stuff that no one else knew, like get a grape and get them in a line.
It's a pick up and deliver game for 2 to 5 players by Rio Grande Games. It says 15 plus on the box. Alex is 9. He was 8 the first time he played it. Any trouble understanding it?
The first time, yeah.
I can tell you... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
The first time it was a little hard to understand, but the next few times it was easy.
This is an argument-free family game, I think. I don't think we've ever argued over this game. There's not too much gotcha type of stuff. All right, Kevin, you're up.
What was my top 10 again?
Your number 10 was another Rio Grande game.
Yeah, I love this game. It's where you are creating a zoo, and you have to manage like where your animals are and how you arrange them to score the most victory points.
All right, 2 to 5 players. Great family game. Ages 8 and up definitely fits within that. I know much younger players that have played it. This is an older game. Sometimes it's hard to find, but it is a great game. My number 10 game is a game that I have played a lot. We don't have it here. It's called Flashpoint. I think I like to play it because, well, it plays...
Co-op.
Don't we have that one?
It's a co-op game where you're a firefighter and you're rushing in to save the people out of the fire. You're trying to put the fire out. Boys love to play it with me. I actually like it best as a solo game. Came out in 2011, so it's an older game, but there were a lot of releases, expansions
and
released this year for it. Yep.
Yeah, I like
All kinds of
the
different
expansion with the puppy thing.
Now, moving on to number 9. Number 9 for Alex is Sheriff of Nottingham. However, it's higher on somebody else's list, so we're going to set it aside for just a moment. And we're going to go to Kevin's, which was one of the Catan games.
Very good.
Candamir. What about
Yeah.
it, Kev?
Well, it's where you are one of the first settlers on the island, and you are trying to grab resources as fast as you can to gain, like, trades with other non-players in this game. So it's a great game for how many players? I don't know.
2 to 4 players. 2 to 4 players. Takes between an hour and 2 hours.
Yeah, we took about 2 hours
Yeah.
playing that. But it was super fun. I mean, I liked it.
All right, my number 9, Dimension. And I don't get to talk about it because it's on somebody else's list a little bit higher up. So we'll come back to that one.
So,
Alex's number 8. One of the few Steve Jackson games I actually like. What do you like about this, Alex?
I like the artwork on the front, the gold and the force and blackmail.
Yeah.
And I like
so
how you're
I
placing
think you're gonna have
cubes.
to talk about this.
You don't know what to talk about it either, Kev?
I
All right.
like it.
So this is a gotcha game. The whole point of this game is to blackmail people to do something, to force them to do something, or to bribe them. You're trying to get the most power. It is 2 to 4 players, but there's a 5 to 6 player expansion.
Ooh, that must be fun to backstab your friends.
Yeah, this is definitely a backstabbing game. We have had a lot of fun with it. We haven't played it with Mommy yet, though, have we?
I don't know if
No.
Mommy's gonna like it too much.
She's not big into the backstabbing games. But we'll see. This has been a fun game for us. Made my top 15, but not my top 10.
Scoville, yeah. I think if Mommy had a top 10 list, that Scoville would definitely be on it.
Yeah, this is a 2014 game.
Yeah, and so I like it because...
No, I was just saying it was a 2014. We kickstarted it.
Yeah, I kickstarted it.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun. It's where you're farming, like, behind the high school, and you're supposed to cook the recipes with the, what are those hot peppers that you farm? The name is based off of the Scoville scale, which is really awesome, because I like spicy stuff. And so, and you can also get stuff from the high school that they send to you.
And since I wanted to add something, I've been a big fan of this because almost every time someone's planted a white pepper, and then I've planted a black pepper, and then went past it and got a ghost pepper.
The really nice thing about this game is the bits. The ghost pepper that Alex was just talking about.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bits to this game.
I don't think we wanted to take this long with this one, but
well, that's okay.
You know, it's okay because this is gonna take about a lot.
Oh, I ripped the bag.
Oh no! Oh well, we can always find to replace them in bags. They're everywhere. The one with the white peppers and
I don't know if you can see this. The ghost peppers, they're all sparkly, and there we go. Let's get some focus on there. They're all sparkly. They did a good job with the bits. They fit into these little boards.
Most
they
of
sink
them.
down into the board.
Yeah.
Most of the time, not every time.
But
I
a lot
also
of the
like
time.
the meeples. They're custom shaped little farmers that walk around. TMG did
Very
a good job with this game. Well, I move on to my number 8, Hearts of Attraction. This game, we picked it up right after Gen Con 2014. It's a game all about magnets. And so you slide these magnets across the table, and they either stick or they repel. Here, go ahead, put it back. It's a quick filler game. It's a lot of fun. You wouldn't think watching magnets slide on a table is fun.
It is.
But
It's a lot of fun.
because they don't react the way that you think they're going to. 2 to 5 players. I don't know. Something got missed. I think a lot of people haven't seen this game, and I think it's an excellent, excellent game, especially an excellent game for families because, I don't know, you could play this 20 times in like
different
an hour.
every time.
I mean, it's different every single time, and it plays really, really fast.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we gotta keep on
Alex's
moving for the people, though.
Number
7.
7.
Roar-a-saurus.
Roar-a-saurus. Take it away, Alex.
I think this is a fun, fast-rolling dice game. It's for 2 to 5 players.
Yeah, 2 to 5.
And ages 8 and up. I think the artwork is really good because, so you either attack one player to the left or to the right.
So it is a gotcha game.
Lots
There
of
is a
gotchas.
little bit of tension that comes when we play. It's still a fun game. If you can survive playing Munchkin, this is even less
Yeah.
fights. This is less fights than Munchkin is.
Yeah.
Kevin, we are moving on to your game, which was also Alex's game. Your number 7.
Sheriff of Nottingham. Yay. It's a fun little game where you each get to take 2 turns being the sheriff in town. And there's other people who are the marketers who are trying to bring normal stuff into your town, or they're trying to smuggle in their own stuff. That is illegal, so you have to, and if you think there's something in their bag, then you should probably check it out.
Yeah. So 3 to 5 players, plays fairly quickly, about an hour. It is a little more complicated for younger players, so I kind of go with their, what do they suggest, 14 plus? I would say 9 plus, probably.
I played this game when I was like 12 and I liked it.
Yeah.
Except
So,
at 13.
but it is about, it's more of a conversational game where you're trying to dupe players into letting you do what they
smuggle
want to
stuff
do.
into your
Smuggle stuff.
town.
All right, my number 7. I think my number 7. I'm
Evolution.
reaching. No,
Number
I
7.
am reaching back in time to 2003. This is a game we just started playing this year. You can pick it up in a store for like 10, 15 bucks.
Yeah.
I think I actually even
Makes
talk
sense.
about this elsewhere on Board Games with Dad. If so, I'll add the link. But it is essentially Zooloretto without building a farm. It's just doing the matching sets and trying to get the most sets. So it's a good, quick filler card game for 2 to 5 players. Takes about a half an hour. Ooh, number 6. I'm excited about this one, Alex. Your number 6 is?
Spyfall.
You were supposed to get mine too. The one that you just dropped was my number 6.
This one
Yeah,
is
so
a
you do
great game for the person that gets the spy is trying to figure out where everyone works. So, like if you got the day spy and someone else is the spy, they're trying to figure out that the people that got the code to work as at the day spy is trying to figure out who the spy is, and then the spy is trying to figure out where they work.
It's
Great game for like 2 to 10 players.
I don't think you can play it with
No,
2. I
3
don't even
to
think
10.
you can. It says 3 to 8. I think
Okay,
this is
3
a
to
party
8.
game. You need at least 5. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great though.
Does play in 50. It says 15 minutes. Easily plays it. Well, it plays in 8 because there's
Yeah.
a timer.
Yeah, it plays.
You got to play within 8 minutes. Harder
But-
to find game, but if you find it, $25, pick it up. It's a good way to introduce your family to some more of the party game kind of games.
Yeah. But you need a lot of people to play.
I really, really enjoy this, especially at game groups or larger groups. You know what I didn't say about Hearts of Attraction?
Let's bring that
I
back
know,
for a
let's bring it
second.
back for a
Reaching
second.
back in time.
We've played this 26 times. There's only one. There's only
26?
one game that I played more this year.
What?
Hearts. I knew you would ask that. I don't know.
Ha.
So
this-
Coup. Coup is the
Coup.
one that I played the most because
Oh yeah, because we played it at least
But
100 times.
This again, great game.
Or at least maybe
Most played,
50.
second most played. Kevin's number 7.
Bison.
Bison. Let me find
No,
it.
that was
that's
my number
six.
6,
Oh,
Daddy.
you're number 6.
Stop
We're on 6.
running
Ti-
back in time.
Let's stop.
Bison. So this is where you were the Native Americans, and you were trying to settle the prairie. So you're trying to amass food and amass land so you can get that food.
I love these little
They
tiles.
have these
You
nice
gotta-
little tiles.
Yeah, you gotta build. You're building the land out of it. Go ahead, you keep talking.
And so it's a very
It's
good
like where they're
game,
shaped.
and it is not cooperative.
No, it's not cooperative.
Very not
What
cooperative.
is it? 2 to 4 players?
But it's not a stab you in the back game either.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, but it's a little bit
I've got,
more
like,
of those fun
7
games.
birds in one.
Yeah. This is one of the few games that, if you play it as a 2-player game, it's just as good as the 3 and 4-player game. It plays 2 to 4. The 2 style
Yeah,
game
the
pretty much is the
scoring
same.
The
Yeah.
scoring is hard to understand.
Yeah, that's why it gives it a 10 plus.
Oh
But
yeah, I'm not gonna be
if
talking
mom and
about
dad
it.
can score it for you, this is a good family game too. 90 minutes. I think it does take about 90 minutes too.
Yep, it does.
All right.
Now,
Well, my number 6. Evolution. We're going to talk about it later, and I'm not going to show you because it is buried, because it's way higher on somebody else's list. Alex's one that he wanted to talk about as number 5.
Dimension, the sad game that
Dimension.
Daddy did not get to talk about.
Yeah,
I think Dad is a little bit
as
jealous.
you can see from the front, you're trying to build a pyramid of balls, different colored balls, and they're different colored because
Whoops.
there's rules that you have to follow, and you're trying to build the highest one. Like this one, green can't touch green, or black can't touch black.
It's really fun.
So each
Yeah.
time you play,
Each
there's
time you play,
6
it's
rules,
very different.
and it's going to be different every
And
time.
orange can't be on the top.
Yeah,
you're
those
trying to build
are
these
some of the rule
pyramids, there's a
cards that
timer.
Alex just
Yeah.
demonstrated.
1 to 4 players. Haven't done the 1-player game, so I'm not sure how that plays. Plays
Yeah.
great with 3 players. Takes about a half an hour.
Yep.
This is a pretty new game.
Yes,
It's a pretty new game,
We've played
but
it like twice.
yeah, we played
Right.
it first at Gen Con, I
Came
think.
out
Two or
at Gen
three
Con
times.
this year.
Whoa, this year was
So-
super new, super good.
All right, moving on. Top 5. Kevin's number 5. Roll.
For the Galaxy, and I am not gonna let
We'll talk about it
talk
later.
about this because someone else
It's higher on somebody else's
decided-
list.
that I'll put this 4 and up.
Yep. My number 5. Fun game for the family. Do not own it yet.
Yet.
It's kind of one of
Yeah.
our Grail games because
Pack
it's
and stack.
out of stock. It's out of print.
It's out of print.
Pack and stack. You're picking out a truck. You're getting a certain number of pieces of wood, and you get a truck, and you got to figure out how to put those pieces of wood together. It's good for those kind of more puzzly mathematical
Yeah,
brains.
and you can't decide before, like
You have to-
what truck you want for what
You have to do
pieces
it
you get
all at once.
because they're random.
All right,
Yeah.
number 4, Alex.
I'm excited to talk about my number 4.
Alex is number 4.
Oh yeah, the
Cold
meeples on this.
Express. You're trying to one person is on the top of the train, and sometimes you can shoot red could shoot yellow, right? And
Well, you
Yeah.
predetermined. It's
Yeah.
This is a good game for. We're jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
This is a good game for learning programming skills because you are ahead of time deciding your actions along with other people's actions.
Yeah.
And then you set everything in motion and you see how your actions actually work. So you're programming your guy and setting him free. Your
Very
bank
fun.
robbers against. There's one sheriff that moves automatically. You're a bad guy trying to rob the train and punch out or shoot other robbers so that you get the most money.
Yeah.
2 to 6 games. It's a pretty new game too.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was it released? Do you know?
Last year I think.
Oh yeah, last year because didn't we play-
2014.
So this goes up there.
Kevin,
7 Wonders.
you're
It's a
reaching back in time.
very I don't
Sorry.
care. It's a very fun game. We played it 5 years ago.
I don't know, probably.
Very far ago, and it's still near the top of my list. So you were trying to build your wonder, but you're also trying to find out how to build stuff in your town to accumulate the most victory points.
2 to 7 players. No family arguments usually. 30 minutes.
2 to
It does play really
7.
fast. Once you learn how to play it, it plays pretty quick.
Yeah, it's like
All right. My number 4. Talk about reaching back in time, Kevin. This one goes way back in time. Let's see. This was a 2012 game. Not quite as far as
well,
Zooloretto.
not quite as far, but
this is a set collecting game with cards. It's a card game. You can use your set to do other actions to other players. There's a little bit of a gotcha to this.
but it's still fun.
But the whole idea is to get a full set. But when you get a full set, it scores and goes away, and you're empty, and so you don't get those actions anymore.
But you
So-
do get that character's
Right.
very, very special action.
So you got to decide between when do you want to score, when do you want to do the action. AEG, the reason it made my top list and got my attention is AEG came out with not an expansion. It's kind of an expansion. It's a standalone called Job Fair,
Ooh.
Guildhall Job Fair.
I'm
So
excited
it
to
just
play
added
that one.
more. It added more characters to Guildhall.
Oh yeah, did we play that?
Guildhall's out of print, but Job Fair you can get. And if you go onto Board Game Geek, I bet you can find Guildhall being auctioned off. It's not one of those ones that goes crazy price-wise. It's still probably around $30.
Yeah,
for
I think
the,
I
for
have
the
to
whole thing.
And then
move this
my
way far over there. Wow.
Alex is number 3.
Dino
This
race.
is getting way too big.
Go ahead and talk about Dino Race while Kevin's doing whatever he's doing.
So you're a dino that is trying to get the egg to the end, but when the volcano erupts on the die, the person with the egg will get one of these and have to toss it.
That's a lava token. Oh,
Yeah, they would get one of those, and they would have to pass the egg.
Look at these guys are so cute. You just want to play with them on their own. Who cares about the game?
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
It's a racing game where you're trying to use cards to do the race. And how many players, Alex? Do you know? 2 to 4, right?
This is,
Yeah, 2 to 4. We didn't quite show the yellow.
Easy to understand.
What
Easy
does?
to learn. I don't know what the
and
age
it doesn't
limit
have
is.
an age on it.
Oh, I'm sure it's on the back. I don't know what the age limit is, but I bet you could learn it pretty fast.
Pretty good game.
I'm sure a 4-year-old could pick this up and play
Yeah.
it without a problem and have a lot of fun. I think younger players are going to have more fun with this than the adults will. Yeah, it's a 6+. I think you can go
6 and
younger
up.
than that.
Yeah.
4 players. Very good.
6 and up. You could go lower than
And who doesn't
5.
like these guys? These guys are awesome. It's
Yeah,
the whole
they're
reason I
cool.
bought the game, really.
They're cute.
Yeah.
They are cute.
Sadly, that was the
Yeah.
reason why we bought that game, because Daddy was just like, "Hey, Mommy will like these little tiny cute guys." Oh
Number
yeah,
3. We did
this
an
is
unboxing
very
video
good.
of this.
Yeah, we kickstarted this. This is amazing. This is my top 3, I think.
Yep, it's number 3.
So this is 3. It's
30
where
minutes, 2 to 4
it's
players.
where you're trying to make this little treehouse that you see, but you're trying to make it so it fits your advantages, and you're trying to score the most victory points over the course of 3 rounds.
I'm surprised this
course,
didn't
yeah.
make my top 10 because I do. I love this game. I would play this in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
My number 3, Splendor. This made a lot of top 10 lists probably last year and the year before, and the year before that.
Reaching
this is
back.
no, it couldn't have been the year before that because this is a 2014 game.
So maybe
Plays in
last-
about 30 minutes. Play this all the time. Now there's an iPad app. Actually
now
just
you
played
can-
it last night. So I am playing this game all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And
I've
then-
even entered some. Kevin and I did a couple of tournaments and got creamed badly, but Space Cowboys makes this. I'm excited to play their new one, Elysium. We're gonna play that later.
Elysium? I don't
Yeah.
know what Elysium is.
It's made by these guys.
and
All
my
right,
next one.
number 2.
The game of 49.
The game of 49 is a great game. You choose one of these colors, and So you're trying to get 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah, 4 or 5 in a row. I don't know. I don't remember.
So once when we were playing this for the first time, I got a bunch of money. The card
Bought
that I
everything.
needed came up, and Kevin had
Annihilated
like
us.
$141
$141
or $43, and I had $144. I bought the square
I'm
for
not-
the
You
highest.
even played in a tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a game where a random card is drawn, and you're trying to place your chips on this board, and you're trying to get
7 by 7
bingo.
board.
It's kind of like bingo. You're trying to get.
Except
4
all on one board.
Can I talk?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry that I kept interrupting.
Kevin, you're still
Sorry.
interrupting. 4 or 5 in a row, and everybody's playing on the same board.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's playing on the same board, so you're buying. It's basically whoever has the most money. So, but depending on where your cards are, is how you get the money, or where your chips are.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
a fun game. It's a money game, sort of.
Yeah.
There is no.
I claim everyone
You
at
do
money
always
games.
win in money games.
Yeah.
Everyone in a family.
It's a good family game. Half an hour, 45 minutes. Number 2.
My
Number 2.
second game.
Kevin's number
beat
2.
Oh, come on, Daddy. And I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay.
So, Between Two Cities is a great little game. We just played it like a month ago, I think.
Yeah, it just the
Wow.
Kickstarter just started hitting people's houses.
So, yeah.
So.
So, I was
Stonemaler.
like, I had to play this. So, well, we all had to. So, it's where you're trying to build a city with the people next to you. But you and,
One here,
like,
one over here.
it's like Daddy would be
Yeah.
building a city with me and Alex at the same time, trying to
And I would
make
be
his
building-
city with either of us.
Yeah.
The biggest city in town.
And I could choose my own for the city.
Yeah, it says it plays in 25 minutes. I think you can
Yeah.
teach and play the game in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if
It's
you have people that are
easily
used to
15
learning
minutes.
new rules and new
Yeah.
games.
Which is me.
It's a tile laying game. You're building a city that's
Yeah.
4x4 tiles. I don't know what else to say about it. 3
Yeah.
to 7 players.
3
Fun
to
family
7.
game.
Now,
Fun
Daddy's
family game.
number
Number
2.
Lewis
Yeah.
and Clark.
Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark
Oh,
came
yeah, I remember.
out 2014.
Last year.
I don't even know how to
I
describe
remember
this
that too.
game. We've talked about deck building games. We've talked about some
Board
dexterity
game.
games like Dimension.
And
This
games
is-
with boards.
A board game where you're racing across the board, but you have to use your cards to get resources. But then you also need some of those cards in order to move and buy stuff. And so it's kind of a hand management racing
Yeah.
game. Is the best way to explain it.
Because you
Um,
need more and more stuff.
Haven't played the solo version of this, but it plays 1 to 5 players. It is a little more complex, not rules-wise, but strategy-wise. So they suggest 14 and up. Kevin hasn't had a problem playing it. Alex probably needs a little work on his strategy, but he's enjoyed it. 30 minutes per player. So it does take a while. It takes about 2 hours.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
hours
Yeah,
for 4
yeah.
For 4
players.
players. And that's pretty accurate. It takes a while.
Yeah, we have to play
My
for
number
abilities,
one.
stats, and-
Rolling on. Number
one
one.
for Alex.
Do we have a drum roll? No, because then we'll shake
No.
the camera.
Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad.
Yay!
This was a really fun game.
Was
Played
it?
it
No, it's still a
It
fun
still
game.
is.
But we haven't even
Is it
known
out of
after
print?
that.
No,
No, it just came out like-
it was kickstarted and
Yeah,
just
we
came out
played it.
recently.
This
Before
one
it
is
started.
really new.
We played it before it
Yeah.
started, right?
Yeah,
at Gen
while it
Con.
was still in the
And-
promo stages.
We
Or
were
whatever they
playing
call it.
this once,
Development
and we
stages.
had like 7 seconds left till the bomb blew up.
And we won.
So we play tested this in 2014. 2 to 6 players. It plays like it's a kind of a card game a little bit. It plays like
Yeah.
Hanabi, where you can't see what your cards
Yeah.
are, but your partner can. And so you're trying to communicate. You're part of the bomb squad. You're trying to communicate how to program this robot that's going to move. Is there a picture of the? No.
Nope, no picture of
There's
the
a
robot.
map where you're trying to move the robot through the map and then defuse the bomb.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
there's a timer. You got
Yeah.
8
Oh,
minutes
no.
to do it. So it's like Hanabi with a timer.
It's like
Yeah.
Hanabi and Spyfall all mixed into one
And
with a board.
stressful. Oh my goodness. Stressful.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
yes.
That
very
is stressful.
stressful.
On to Daddy's number 1.
Daddy's number 1 or yours?
No, yours.
All right.
Because I have to.
Order. All right. I absolutely love this game.
Absolutely.
It made who else's list?
It made mine at like number 7,
Number
but
5.
number 5. But I didn't. Get to
Almost
talk
made
about
Alex's list. This
Yeah,
came out
almost.
last year. I love Race for the Galaxy. I think Race for the Galaxy is a great
Yeah.
card game, but it
Lots of
has
Great dice game.
too many symbols for you guys.
Lots of pieces.
So Roll for the Galaxy, they did something special with this.
They
They
solved
put all the symbols
problem.
on this huge, gigantic bag of dice, and so now everything is dice driven. It's a little bit easier to understand because there's the little thing that tells you exactly how to do it. I enjoy Race for the Galaxy. We've got to play this more often.
Yeah.
It's 2 to 5 players, about 45 minutes. Most of that's
What
probably
age?
set up.
Oh, and
14 and up?
14 and up.
Not
But
14 and up.
Alex, do you have any problems understanding this game?
Yeah.
Okay, Alex has a lot of
Um,
problems, but I'm
Strate-
going
there
to
again,
help.
it's strategy that he needs help with. So
Yeah,
the more strategic you can think,
The
and that does
better
take age.
it is.
That comes with age.
and the
So probably early teens, preteens, Rio Grande Games, Race to the Galaxy, 100% in love with this game. I think it's a great game. Wish you could play it more. All right,
Kevin's
number one
number
of number
one.
one also made my list somewhere.
yeah, Evolution. Great little game. I absolutely love it. We kickstarted the flight expansion to it, so we got that.
Go ahead, keep talking.
And so it was an amazing game when I first played it. And so I think that it's really cool.
North Star Games.
North Star Games.
It's a very
Card
Published
games.
backstabbing.
It's kind of a card game, but you have
Hand
these
management.
Backstabbing.
but you have these little creature boards that you're using to manage your population and your size.
And your food.
And
Okay.
you need
What were
to
you going to say about it, Alex?
This is a very backstabbing game.
Very backstabbing game.
Yeah,
But we don't.
only when you have a carnivore.
What are you trying to do in this game?
You are trying to eat as much as you possibly can because food equals victory points.
Building dinosaurs, eating food. Alex, what did you say about?
The expansion comes with this neat little
Dice
bag
bag, yeah.
with the food.
What did you say about
Very
the back?
backstabbing.
Very backstabbing game. If
Yeah.
you have because carnivore,
Carnivore.
two
Very
types of
gotcha.
dinosaurs. You got your herbivores that are just eating, and then you got your
No,
carnivores.
you've got 3. You've got the herbivores, carnivores,
And now the
and
flyers.
now the
Now
flyers.
for
No,
the
there's
expansion.
still carnivores,
and the ones that eat
omnivores, and what's that? Herbivores.
Right, but the carnivores
Mhm.
can't eat
other
plants, and so you're eating each other. when
But
you
the
have a
plant
carnivore.
eaters can't eat meat, and the omnivores can eat anything.
And
Right.
the
But the
scavengers
omnivores can't
can
attack.
eat both.
And
Can't.
there is a way to kind of backstab the backstabber because you can protect your animals, and the carnivores have to eat.
And if they starve, they
And
die.
if Kevin has carnivores and we protect our other animals,
Yeah.
but he's also got some other animals, he's going to have to eat his own animal. He's going to have to eat his own dinosaurs sometimes. We've had a lot of fun with this. I think
Mhm.
Yeah, I've
almost
had
a
a lot.
play a month on this one,
Lots of food. Lots
Um,
Gotta play.
especially since the expansion came out.
lots of
Yeah,
pieces.
very good. Thanks for watching our video of our top 10 games. But
Yep.
it was actually like 30 games because all 3 of us did one.
So those were our top 10. If you have something in that list that you'd like to see us review that we haven't already
Please
reviewed, comment below and we'll do some sort of review. There's been talk. I don't know if we're going to do it, but there's talk about most anticipated games. I can't wait to unwrap some of these.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for our other videos and our other reviews on Board
Thanks
Games
for
with Dad.
watching.